After Mark Redmond set down the Blue Jays in the first inning with a harmless hit by Reed Johnson, Eric Burns led off for the A's in the bottom half against Jason Kirchner and wasted little time. Swung on, there's a high drive, hit the deep left field. Going back is Reed Johnson. He looks, it's gone! A game-opening home run for Eric Burns in the bottom of the first inning over the scoreboard in left field. His fifth of the year. 1-0 Athletics. That was just Kirchner's second pitch of the game, and then Bobby Crosby, the next hitter, hitting second in the order today, slammed a double off the wall in left center field. He went to third on a fly ball out by Bobby Kelty to deep center, and Jermaine Dye came to the plate for the first time. There's a swing and a line drive for a base hit to center field. And on in is Crosby to score. Dye jumped that fastball, drove it back into center, a 3-1 situation. The target was inside, but Kirchner can't seem to stay out of the middle of the strike zone right now. Dye drives in his 35th run of the year. Hatterberg flied out to right, and so with 2 out, Eric Karras came to the plate. Karras was in the lineup at DH today, and Karras threw a base on balls to keep things going. Runners at first and second. Damian Miller, who in the homestand had been 1 for 7, came up. While he was at bat, Dye and Karras executed a double steal, putting 2 runners in scoring position and giving Miller an opportunity to add to the A's total. Ground ball through the hole, base hit to left field. Dye is in, around third, chugging to the plate is Karras. The throw cut off. 2 more runs for the Athletics. And here in the first, they're up 4-0. Damian Miller drives in his 12th and 13th runs of the year. So that double steal produces another extra run for the Athletics.
Good play that time. Got an off-speed pitch that was down and went down and got it.
Redmond in the next 2 innings allowed only 1 base runner, and he was wiped out in a double play. In the fourth, with 2 out, he gave up a double to Vernon Wells, and his first walk of the day to Greg Zaun, but came back to strike out Bobby Estalella, and the A's kept control of that 4-0 lead. Kirchner left after 3 innings as a starter for the Blue Jays, followed by Aquilino Lopez, who had pitched 2 shutout innings with just a couple of harmless walks thrown in. But in the 5th inning, Redmond suddenly had a loss of control. The strike zone began to jump all over the place. He walked Gomez to start the inning. Phelps doubled to the base of the wall in left center. Runners at second and third. The rookie Alex Rios drew a walk, and suddenly the bases were loaded and the tying run was at the plate. The ex-Athletic Frankie Menechino, and again, Redmond not consistent with the strike zone, went full count to Frankie. Now he's got a 3-2 situation, and Redmond has to come in with something. And Dukeshire is up to throw in the A's bullpen. Redmond to the plate. Ball 4, he walks in a run. The pitch is tailed off the outside corner. And it's now a 4-1 game, and the tying run is aboard. And the power bat of Eric Hinsky at the plate. Swung, high fly ball, center field. Going back on it, Burns. At the warning track, at the wall, and makes the catch at the base of the wall. All runners tag up, and in from third to score is Phelps to make it 4-2. Rios to third, Menechino to second, and the fans were holding their collective breath for a few moments there with that ball in flight as Burns finally got to the base of the wall, and it settled into his glove. And with 1 down, Reed Johnson was the batter. The A's infield played back. Swinging a bouncing ball down to short. The infield back. The run will score. Crosby takes it, throws to first for the out. They're 2 away, but now they've come 3/4 of the way back. A 4-3 ball game. And when Vernon Wells drew a walk, the rally had a little resuscitation, and the tying and lead runs were actually on the base paths, and Dukeshire throwing in the bullpen before Redmond got Zaun to ground out in the inning. 8 batters, 3 runs, and suddenly the A's nice, comfortable lead was anything but. It was shaky at 1 run. Dukeshire came on, though, in the 6th inning and produced 3 shutout innings, giving him 7 innings in his homestand without giving up a run. The first batter he faced, Estalella, was hit by a pitch, but then he threw a double play ball to Gomez and faced the minimum the rest of his 3 innings through the 8th. Meantime, the pressure eased in the 7th inning against Vinny Chulk, who got a save here in Friday night's game, which was won by Toronto after shutting down the A's 1-2-3 in the 6th. Chalk ran into a little trouble in the 7th when he walked Eric Burns with 1 out. Bobby Crosby produced his third hit of the afternoon, a single to center. And although Kelsey fouled out, Jermaine Dye worked the base on balls, and suddenly the bases were full for Scott Hatterberg, and Chalk left the scene. Kerry Leitenberg, the veteran one-time closer for the Atlanta Braves, came on, and it didn't work well for the Jays.
Right-hander ready at the belt. The pitch, and Hatterberg gets the drive down the right field line of the corner. Fair ball. Now rolling into foul territory. Must clear the bases. Burns scores. Crosby scores. Dye around third. The throw by Menechino. The slide. Safe at the plate on a double by Hatterberg, clearing the bases, and the A's have taken a 7-3 lead. Scott Hatterberg entering the ballgame, batting .375 with runners in scoring position. Got an inside fastball from Leitenberg and turned it around down the right field line. And so now the A's break it open.
And break it open they did. All was left then for Dukeshire to finish up his stint through the 8th, and Arthur Rhodes to pitch the 9th, giving up an infield hit to start the inning, but throwing strikes with great consistency. Got a looking third strike from Gomez, a swinging third strike from Phelps, and then faced Rios. The next delivery. Bouncing ball, right side. Ehrman charges, gets the big hop, the throw to first for the out, and the A's have won the game and the series. Arthur Rhodes puts down the Blue Jays in the 9th inning with a harmless base hit. The Athletics with the victory now are 5-1 on the homestand. They take the series 3-1 over the Toronto Blue Jays. Justin Dukeshire's sterling relief work held the line, and then Hatterberg gave the A's breathing room with a 3-run double in the 7th inning after the A's had opened the day with a 4-run first. Final score, the Athletics win it by the score of 8-3. And it's 10 of the last 11 at home for the Athletics, and 5 out of 6 on the home stand.